Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you, everybody. Welcome to the Silver Gauntlets restream of Division 5D's league match between Vidya James and Zorro. I am your Chief Meme Officer, Dastar 512, here to bring you this race live with Mr. VGD, who for some reason likes us enough to come back for his second ever comms shift. VGD, how you doing today?
Good. How's it going, everybody? Pretty excited for another randomizer.
You think you're gonna curse yourself slash us today again with your 4-hour AD nonsense last time?
I don't think so. I'm hoping for a much quicker seed.
Yeah.
I'd love to see maybe like Sunsong on like Ocarina of Time today.
Okay. Well, we are just waiting for one more racer to ready up, and oh, nice file names from Vidya. Hell yeah. Uh,
Heck yeah.
but how about that seed hash meta? Y'all can see the seed hash on the screen. We got double choose, Mask of Truth, Skull, and Hammer.
I don't
Uh,
know. That's like ominous right there for like
that's
explosive slash hammer. I don't know what it is.
super ominous. I'm thinking either bomb bag is really early and choose and hammer are useless, or it's we're not going to get one for a while and we need choose and hammer.
Absolutely.
All right. So we do have an adult start with Zora Sapphire and Prelude. Okay, looks like runners are ready. Okay, let me turn off. Whoa, that was a sound.
Oh, rip headphone users.
Force start. Yes. All right, we're off in 10 seconds roughly. So
Oh,
we are so since this is League, we are going to have vanilla spawn. So Prelude isn't terribly helpful as adult, since you could just save quit. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes on here. Oh wow, they spawned in the Temple of Time. Who'da thunk it?
who would have thought it? All
All
right,
right.
media Shadow Temple, Water Temple. Thank you for reading slow. Deku Tree, Forest Temple, Jabu's Belly. I didn't quite catch the last one. Dodongo's Cavern. Not a bad dungeon layout right there. Nothing to see too
I
crazy.
mean, Shadow. So that means when Nocturne is the path, there you go.
Yeah, yep.
You know what's gonna happen.
30
You
is
said it last time.
Clock. Big Arm Dead. Lake Hylian, a Phantom Ganon.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, wait, Lake is necessary? That's different.
That is very different.
Alright, so is that the only path that we got? Lake to Phantom Ganon?
Yeah, I think it was just Phantom Ganon.
Okay, cool. Alright, and looks like we're gonna see, oh, basically just both of them just running their butts all over to Kakariko here. So that means that Spirit and Fire are the two stones. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You you love to see it sometimes, but most of the time you hate it. 30 is a sling? Okay.
Okay. Be one of three slings, so I guess it's still pretty up in the air if we're going to see 30 skulls or we just find a sling sock somewhere else.
I mean, either way, it's not like either of them are actually going to wait for it to do
No,
to
yeah,
do
of
Goma.
course.
What's logic?
What is logic?
Oh, Vidya getting the short bounce there doesn't actually grab the ledge.
But then, of course, we can still need that slingshot for stuff like targeting the woods.
I
I mean,
mean,
that's just one check, but
yeah, you're not wrong. And we get some nuts, which are really nice since we don't start with consumables. We go visit Rufio and he hands us the nut. What can we say? Oh boy, that's
yeah,
a hint.
yep.
I love it. So that's Din's Fairy with ice arrows. That's just a funny hint. I'm sorry.
That is just a meme right there.
A meme and a half almost. Oh wait, there's something else I wanted to do.
Oh, is that Rudo's letter on?
I think it might just be an empty bottle.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
just.
like.
Calm down, Tobias. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist.
All right, all right. I mean, still rush ice, but still.
Yeah. Besides, I love you, Tobias. It's all good.
Oh, there's our Doctor Shadow.
Okay. Well, good to see that early.
Okay.
Clank.
And the 1 Green Rupee.
All right. Wait, where was Greg? Oh, by the cow. Nice.
Right by the cow, yep.
That's 2 out of 5 known locations for meme percent already. So good.
Graveyard is on the way to Phantom Ganon as well. Interesting.
The graveyard, you say?
Yeah.
So vanilla hookshot?
Potentially, yes. Graveyard is just a blue rupee.
Oh, the ledge was just money?
Yeah, just money.
Cool.
Alright, Dapu, how nice are you going to be today?
Are we going to see a Dompe fireball to the face, as has been kind of how it's been going lately?
It was a close one on Zorro's side. Oh, Vidya James taking
And they both take a hit. Man, I need to start doing predictions on getting a fireball to the face, because it's almost obvious at this point what's going to happen. Dompe's just a dick. There's just no way around it.
Yeah, it's just... If it ain't your first, like, race going through Dampe, he'll get you on the second one. Every time. It's cursed.
Mm-hmm. Dompe is an inspiration, fireballing Link in the face. Hell yeah, Jax. That is a wallet?
A wallet, yep, that's a wallet. Okay.
I was starting to wonder. I mean, I did say it's going to be real early, real late, and I didn't want to see it that early.
You're right.
Jax has a really good point. That is absolutely an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Mystique. Alright, so we haven't found what's in Graveyard, so it's likely to be behind Composer's Grave, either the song or the fire check, which we ain't seeing for a bit.
No, gotta get that Zelda's Lullaby first.
And possibly Magic and Fire.
Yep.
Zorro did not go up the mountain. He just warped back. So where is he? Probably just chasing the lake path?
The path looks like it.
Wait, where? What? So
Go.
oh, time of day.
Time of day. Yeah, time of day. Okay.
I was like, wait, he's an adult. And we know what that is as a kid, though. What? All right. So I've already given you hash meta for the seed. Now I'm going to give you name meta. I feel like at the very end, the final blow on Ganon, when Link slashes like 3 times, if you technically think about it, it's sort of in the shape of a Z, so I want Zorro to get there first.
Yes.
Also, the double child.
Logic.
The double child play, because I think they're just both going to do the same thing here. Just
right.
They went about it slightly differently, and yet it still syncs up, which is pretty cool, honestly.
That is awesome, yeah. Okay, let's see if Richard's gonna be a good boy tonight.
Richard is always a good boy, though. It's always his mom that's kind of a cheapskate.
That's true.
Oh!
Oh, the hammer! Wow!
Okay, hold up. So this kid brings your lost dog back in the middle of the night, and you give him a hammer.
Wow. What is that saying?
I don't know.
Work.
Did Zorro not check the graveyard hint? Oh! Child shooting gets you a 7-year later projectile thingy.
I think Zorro was the one who did
I'm sorry.
check. It was Vidya James that didn't.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and a scale. Oh God, what's going on? Oh no, that be the path? That scale?
Scale to Lake Hylia. Lab dive? Or, lake dive, excuse me.
That
Or the-
would, if there's something in the domain that leads to Zelda's Lullaby, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about to see what Mido's got. But I think Shy is right. That is cursed.
Very cursed.
We have the hammer, so it's not river access. I think it's domain access. Wait, 3 Phantom Ganon hints? What? I only saw 2.
Scene 2. I know I saw the third one, but I can't. My mind's already gone blank of what it was.
Yeah, they were both Lake Hylia to Phantom Ganon, Hell Knight. Yeah, there were 2 at Temple of Time for Lake Hylia to Phantom Ganon. 1 at Castle was Graveyard to Phantom Ganon, and also in Graveyard was Graveyard to Phantom Ganon. Oh hey, that's a path hint in its own location. How nice.
Yeah. Irons on K-Sword.
Yo, we got the DLC already? Nice.
Heck yeah.
I was about to say, well, I was about to flip out because it was a big chest, and I'm like, wait a minute, chest size matches contents isn't on.
Yep.
Alright, so that's hammer, irons, and scale and bow located within 10 minutes. Holy moly. Alright, here's Mido. Let's see if he provido today. So far, no. So far, still no.
Wow. 3. We got a whole heart container? Yeah,
wow.
We got a heart container. Nice.
Mido loves all of us. And there's a payout for Vidya James, Hell Knight, or another mod if you could, since I bet. Because he's touching that chicken. Mido's Love Shack. There you go.
Heck yeah.
And Team Blue, you win today. There's another full heart. Very lovely seed, I suppose you could say.
Yep. Go Mask is
dead. Eat a steak. And there's CL.
Yeah.
Well, that kills my idea about domain access.
Can path hints lead to songs, or is it just items?
Yes, they can absolutely lead to songs.
Okay. Kokori Forest is on the way to Baronade.
That means it's Song of Storms locked. That's not great. Because we've checked Mido.
Yep.
There literally isn't anything else but that Storm's Grotto.
I mean, the Kokori Sword had iron.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one. It's DLC, it doesn't matter. Come on. Okay, so I'm absolutely blaming Jax for me thinking like that. Oh, hey, bailed out.
Another bow. Wow.
Bailed out. Doesn't matter about child fishing. Child archery, that's the thing. What was
on Dampe?
Dampe race. Because digging had the scale. Alright, there's a new prediction up. Oh, Hell Knight, why would you do this to us?
Oh, no.
Why would you remind us that a wallet can be path? Because we don't want it to be. And we have a bottle. No! Here we go. Alright, well, there is a bet up. Childer Warp Song on the Ocarina of Time. We know the locations of 3 songs, 2 of which are warps, so feel free to throw down your fake money, responsibly of course, and make it happen. Yeah, but Jax, you know full well what we say about logic.
Who knew?
Hey! I mean, that's the polite way of saying it, Lady Draco, I suppose. But Randobot's gonna Randobot. Who wants to be polite? Okay, I do like that change. That's a good change. You know, it's ironic. Whenever there's like a group draw, I always bet on Hell Knight not on Hell Knight typoing the runners, and he never does. And then he does these commands and immediately does a typo. I'm like, come on, man. I'm just kidding, Hell Knight. I'm just giving you crap.
How to get fired? Just kidding.
Fired and then immediately shot out of a cannon into the sun. And
3 miles,
there's
Song of
Song
Time.
of Time, which could also be the graveyard path. Well, looks like the flame storage failed for Vidya, so he's gonna bail on that check for now. But Zorro is making his way through the Deku her way, excuse me, through the Deku tree. So far hasn't been anything but that bow.
It's been
Which,
pretty dead so far.
I mean, skulls are always useful this early game, especially when we only have the 1 hint so far. But at that same time, I lost everything I was about to say. Never mind. Oh, right, that's what it was. Zorro is getting Deku Tree over and done with here, so that is going to be a medallion at not barely maybe another 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vidya about to pick up their iron boots. Oh, but it looks like Zorro's running into a little bit of a trouble doing their, what's that? That's a ground jump, right? I don't know the phrasings for these things.
Yeah. Getting that jump, but unfortunately just missing the ledge.
See what Zorro plans to do here. The Tsundere variant? I'm not gonna ask. No, I'm not gonna ask. Alright, Vidya in the House of Heart.
Getting a lot of love from Mido.
Mido does provide the love. Okay, that's pretty funny. Now, after all these misses, I'm sure Zora's starting to get a little bit nervous. About what time do you stop and just go through the normal way?
You can't go through no
You
more.
can't, right? No slingshot, right? Yeah, it's this or bust.
There we go.
Hey, they made it. All right. Probably feeling a little bit on edge after that, but at least they'll be able to go kill a spider and feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, let's be real, killing spiders always makes me feel better. Nuke them from orbit.
Nuke them. That's the only way.
Oh, you killed the spider? You can't be sure. Burn the house down. Also, you still got about half time left on the prediction. Child Song or Warp Song on the OOT. We know of 2 of each that it can't be, so it's still even odds. And yet, Child Song has a very large point advantage here. Probably get some good odds if you bet Warp Song. And bye, Goma.
Goodbye.
Good luck, Jax. And Goma says, "Oh,
a hook shot! Wow.
Okay, game. Okay."
Got to get that strength, and we can do forest.
So that's a fire medallion and a hooker. I mean hook shot. Excuse me.
Oh.
I don't know what came over me there. Yeah, yep. I'm getting pulled off screen. Oh god. Oh god. Ah, sorry. Man. All right. Learning where the line is. Got it. All right, we got Ocarina memory game here while Vidya does the rest of the Deku Tree. That's it. Hey, you're West Coast, aren't you, Lady Draco? So it's like not even 7:30 for you or something. Yeah, thank you so much for coming to help us out in such an early morning.
Hey, anything for Ocarina of Time Rando. Am I right?
I want to say no, but knowing how I sign up for all of these volunteer shifts, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, I could say no, but we both know I'd be lying.
Yep.
Alright, so Wolfie going down. We're about to see the Saria check, as well as a bunch of hints. We haven't seen any SFM hints yet, have we?
No, we have not.
I was really hoping someone wasn't going to say it, Huff. Damn it. That's what I was afraid of when we saw that bottle that was technically... Oh, God. Alright, well, there's Sun. 30 is Slingshot still.
Not going to get the other hints.
Does not look that way.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they're hoping they can find Minuet somewhere and just warp over.
I mean, with that trying to get the B1 skip, I'm sure that Zora's phone's just slightly behind. I'm just trying to just make it up
That's
a little
fair.
bit.
That's fair. And they know they're going to have to come out here for the, at some point when they get either Saria or Minuet, so they know they'll get those hints eventually. It's just that lack of early information that might end up hurting. Alright, choose on frogs too. And another steak.
Rip frogs. Not going to see that today.
To be fair, it's very rare that we see it, and I'm kind of thankful for it.
Yeah.
Oh, we just had a bonk. Zora should die. I'm just kidding. This is not Bonko. Just one of these days, I'm actually gonna watch one of those because that sounds hilariously stupid. And that's 2 spiders dead. All right, top of river.
Nothing on top of the river there. Big Orin is dead.
And that's a hook shot for Vidya. Oh, the prediction has widely swung the other way, and now it is more more money on Warp Song on Ocarina of Time, with the addition of finding that song, Sun Song. I can word, I promise. Oh no, the chicken. What?
Oh no, that chicken's gonna. Ah.
Was that supposed to happen?
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that was not supposed to happen. What's that?
Just some
arrows.
bugs.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and she did pick the chicken back up, so it did not abandon her, which is always nice to see. It tried to, but it did not succeed.
Tried.
Wait, backup chicken? No, it's the same chicken, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same chicken.
Okay, I was like, wait, is there a second one there? Like, why would they get the first one then? Oh, almost serenade on the memory game here for James.
So close.
Graveyard to Bongo. Oh boy. And the stuff we found in the graveyard so far
Scale
is
and wallet.
Song of Time. Are we gonna have Din's toilet?
Bottom of the Well of Foolish.
That's good to see. You love to see those large hints. But
Yeah.
Song of Time to Bongo. We found irons. Oh man, it's... Oh no, the hopes. My hopes are getting up. No! It's coming! I'm nervous now. What have I done? I mean, it's still going to be a bit before we can get over there. We need either a horse or a long shot to get there logically. But that could possibly be a thing. I mean, it could also be magic, not just Dins. Or hovers, or anything else that's needed to complete... Shadow, that's the place. Alright, now we're gonna get the rest of the SFM hints. Forty is Dins! Ah, and immediately dashed. Immediately. So it is gonna be for the skulls for Dins. That logic. Yeah. Oh, I'm so mad. Actually, that's... I'm not as mad at that because that's still just a little bit of a troll.
And the Kokori Forest is the path to Morpha.
Oh.
And 50 skulls is Piece of Heart, I think.
So, yeah, 50 is dead. So we know we need 40.
Oof.
Wait, so... I would say the iron boots are probably from Morpha. And then probably whatever's in, I'll bet you like Rang or letters under the Storm's Grotto.
Right.
Because now that Iron Boots in Forest makes a little bit more sense.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, this is getting interesting.
Quite the scene so far.
I mean, let's be real. For all we know, Boomerang is something like frozen water or something like that. So it could actually be still for Baronade. We just don't have enough information yet.
Yeah.
But James following suit, heading up to the domain and the river. Now we've only seen, what, one sometimes hint? Just the Ice Arrows one?
Yeah, just the ice arrows, the only ice sometimes.
You know what, Shy? Sure, let's go with it. I'm down.
Nothing so far in Zora's domain.
Nope. I'll bet you one of the hints in the fountain is going to be Domain Foolish.
Always.
Alright, what's in the letter spot? Did we see it?
I didn't quite catch it, but Zorro's not going after it, so I assume it is nothing.
That's fair, we do have a scale, so would get it if it was necessary. Now that is all of our unique path hints. We have at least one of everything. We're also missing what song is on the Ocarina of Time, and all but one of our Sometimes and Foolish hints. So that's interesting, quote unquote.
Always nice to get most of your information fairly early on.
I mean, that part is good, but at the same time, you're missing the Ocarina song, and you kind of want to know if it's AD or not. Right. And all the Sometimes and Foolish stuff does help. So you do want to get those as soon as you can. Especially if you've got one saying that the well is foolish like that.
Yeah.
Because that's a biggie. Unfortunately, knowing my luck, we'll probably next get GTG Foolish.
That would be sad. That one I don't want to see. I love always going to GTG.
Which actually could point... Oh, that could reverse what we thought about the, Oh, never mind, I'm wrong. I'm looking at the wrong lines. Because we have literally 2 Graveyard and 2 Kakiri Forest paths, and 2 Phantom Ganon paths...
Colossus' right hand has Smolky. Okay.
Just keep confusing myself. Yo, second Sometimes hint, Pog. Wait, we had a winner? Where was the winner?
Yeah, I missed the winner.
Oh, nice.
Oh, in the grotto. Oh, okay.
And that's 60%. The memes are growing stronger. I can't believe how quickly I got my hopes up for the Din's toilet and then immediately had them dash. That was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, that sounds about right. Alright, Zoro's gonna get her, excuse me, Zelda's Lullaby in a minute once she goes over to Malin. And please forgive me, that was an unintentional slip.
Vidya James getting their 40 skull hint.
Yep. They're like,
the bad
well,
news.
I'm gonna need all of that. Yikes. Oh yeah, Virgil. Din's on 40. So this is a 40 skulls required seed. And for all we know, the only sling we know about is 30 skulls, so it's possible we haven't logically been able to do Deku yet. Even though we've done it. So it's possible that 30 was required for the first one. Because it gave us a bottle, it gave us a hook shot, a bow. Oh man, that could actually be it. It gives you the tools to farm the skulls to get the sling and the dins, so you can go do those things. I hate that I just thought of this.
Ooh, yeah, that's gross. Alright, Zorro, where are we going? Looks like the tomb.
Oh yeah, get there Song of Time, excuse me.
Hopefully they can get torch glitch, and so we can see what's in the tomb for the item.
Yeah, with those 2 path hints, we're definitely going to want to get that. What?
Oh! Daytime. And then they have Sun Song, unlike Vidya James when he went through. So Zorro will be able to check.
I mean, she could have just sun-songed and just come back in, but at that point, just get the tomb done and then do it later. And domain is nada, and that's more money down at the butter spot.
Okay.
What I'm realizing,
What's that?
There's a very good possibility of a Mido skip today.
Yeah.
We don't have Saria or Minuet yet. And was it Zorro that skipped the 2 hints in SFM?
Yes. She did skip both of them.
I knew one of them did. I'm already getting bleed between the screens. There's one.
And 2.
There's both. All right. Survey says.
A long shot. Oh no. Oh no.
Thanks, game.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt Vidya James.
Not really. I mean, it's still a hinted path, but the problem is because you have the other things that could possibly be path, they're probably not going to like push it as a priority. Yeah. But I'm gonna. It's more than likely going to be the Song of Time and the long shot. The question is, which one goes to which?
Right.
Because if the other hook shot was on Goma... Wait, how does that work with the logic, since one hook shot was on torches? I am so confused. Any Zooter scholars out there want to explain that to me?
It's a little above me. I'm trying to... My gears are grinding right there, trying to figure it out.
Like, the insides of my brain is that meme... Oh god, what TV show? I think it's Always Sunny, where the dude's just got all the lines drawn on the whiteboard and trying to explain something that he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me right now. I don't think that hookshot can be path. I don't think it can be. Because the other one was on Goma. And that means that you definitely have that in logic from 30 skulls. So that means it's definitely in logic before you have 40.
Yeah.
So that hookshot can't be path, right?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. It makes sense to me, but...
What a bait!
Yeah.
You have the long shot there, and it's not a... Oh my god.
Oh.
That's insane.
That's just mean.
Unless, like, the number of skulls is actively that you cannot have 40 without getting 30... Or excuse me, that you can't. You need the hook shot from Goma in order to get enough skulls for the long shot, or for Dins. I don't know. My head hurts. I'm trying. I don't think I've ever actually tried to think this hard about a logic and still come up empty. But all right, but am I right that that can't be the path because of the hookshot on Goma?
Yeah, I think you're right. Need magic. Need some fire source, and 40 being Dins.
You're looking for fire arrows and magic.
Fire arrows and magic.
Regardless of which, it hurt the head. Oh, did you go back for another round with those torches?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, always clear your path in, so.
Right, which means they're gonna also see the mind bendery of this check. I mean, they're gonna be happy to see it, no doubt. Having your long shot under 40 minutes is pretty great.
Oh yeah. Rush GTG?
Don't get my hopes up. Please. But you're right. That long shot actually puts Toilet in logic, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And I'm the one who even pushed the button. Why did I do this to me?
Why?
Randobot, why? Why have you forsaken me?
Huppa saying, everything in logic looks like there's 28 skulls in logic. Ooh.
So, not enough even to get the slingshot yet. Huh.
Huh.
So, we would still need a slingshot in order to go to Deku and get the two there.
Haunted Wasteland is close.
So that's one place that fire arrows we won't need.
Nope.
There's the single check foolish. Hooray!
That's got to be one of my least foolish things to get is a Haunted Wasteland. It's like, thanks, Gabe. There's only one check there.
Least favorite foolish? You said least foolish.
Or least favorite, yeah. It is still early. Yeah, brain don't want to sink to tongue.
Why use many word when few do trick?
Yep.
What was that?
I couldn't tell.
It almost looked like the Kikiri sword for the frame I was looking.
Well, it didn't look important to Zorro, so.
Oh, it's just a stick. Okay. I
Okay,
saw
stick.
a longer object that you can hit things with. Therefore, I was not totally wrong. So speaking of meta bullshit, Vidya James's rating on race time is 2222. And yes, as Hell Knight saying, if you are interested in talking, clicking buttons, race monitoring, excuse me, or helping with really any part of this, just take a look at our Discord. We're always looking for some extra people to help us out, make more restreams happen. James already. They're definitely on their way to that 40.
Absolutely.
Prelude's definitely a help for child, but not gonna do much for adult.
Has Vidya James checked 10 skulls? What's on 10 skulls?
Nope.
Okay, interesting.
Probably waiting till at least 20. since they know they have to come back for 40.
That makes sense.
But if there's only 28 in logic with this loadout, that's
I almost say there has to be like a sling that's pretty early on. Put more logic. Or a boomerang.
find out very shortly, I'm sure. We're not even 45 minutes in. Game's going for time of day again. Oh no, they have a long shot. They're getting that skull. Bro, I guess grabbing Scarecrow, Pierre. They have Sun Song on a bow. They might be checking Shoot the Sun.
Yeah. Get fishing too, and even lab dive.
Logically, can't they get to Crater? Huff Puff? They can't logically get to Ice Cavern. They can't logically get to Minuet. Oh, whatever. Oh, so Vidya went for the crate? Okay, sure. Okay. I was about to say, damn VGD, did you just lie to me? I think you told me it was just money.
No, it was definitely blue money. I think it was just a blind check from Vidya James' side. I don't think they actually like rolled in.
Yeah, they probably didn't waste time. All right, so here's the 10 check.
Services. Net. Nothing on fishing as well.
Do I have to imagine that Huff Puff? I don't wanna. Alright, so at this point, even though it's still barely 45 minutes in, I would have to give a slight advantage to James due to amount of skulls and hint knowledge. They have the exact same loadout, but James has more skulls, which you know you need to get to 40, and they didn't skip those SFM hits. But were the SFM hits that needed? It was just 30, 50... Oh, it was the Kakiri to Morpha, right?
Yep. Oh, there's Shrink 1. Okay.
That's Forest Temple.
Yes, it is.
That's nap time. And that's probably Path to Phantom Ganon, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice bracelets. Exactly 30. Cool.
Cool. Magic! Wow.
Okay, game. So that's treasure chest game in logic. Are you going into water? You're going into water.
Wow, early water play.
I mean, you got the long shot.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, see if you can just kill the jerk. Rushing water. Don't see that every day. And buying a shield from James.
Hey, we're 47 minutes into the ADA. You might as well buy your shield at this point.
That is true. You do have to buy the shield responsibly. Okay, so Huff, now that we're at 30 in logic, everything else is logical.
Zorro get bullied by those manta rays.
And good morning, Torterra. Okay, so it sounds like that strength was the answer to our logic question. Everything but the long shot and magic.
Okay.
Right, because we need gold scale for the magic, logically.
And slingshot for the hook shot. Right?
No, we need a fire source for the long shot.
Right.
So we're now mostly in logic. We're still just missing those known mistakes. There's Haunted Wasteland Foolish for James. I'm still getting a bit nervous that we haven't seen the OOT song yet. Although, probably when we go to the crater, we'll probably see that, honestly. I'm also surprised no one's going to the crater since they know it's a song. Who needs explosives? You got a hammer.
Yeah.
But no, I have no idea. I mean, we know where bomb shoes were. We saw that on a hint somewhere. Oh yeah, that's a stick. Nehru's love. Who put a condom in the water temple? These are temples. They are sacred. Do not put those there.
No. I would love to see some maybe French vanilla explosives today.
I mean, it's very common to get one of those in DC, so.
Yeah.
But I am going to go ahead and call out that we're at 50 minutes and 80% of the way to meme percent. We are just missing the Stone of Agony. And we are going to be full memers. Look, I may or may not be biased as Chief Meme Officer, but, you know, just saying. Alright, James clearing up the field. While Zorro continues their water investigation. We're still missing a lot of stuff. We're still missing bombs, letter and rang, hovers, missing skulls for dins. Still missing a good amount of stuff here. If it storms on OOT, oof.
Ooh.
Because we know for a fact whatever's path to either Baronade or Morph at this point is in there. Probably Baronade, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yo, t-shirt.
Yeah. T-shirt. We're set on that one.
Which also makes going to the crater a little bit better. That's a Scarecrow song, all right.
That is very interesting Scarecrow song.
Hey, if they remember it, all power to them. Huff, that's seeming likely. It can't be the hook. Which leaves it as either as Scale, Song of Time, and the bottle. Bottle? Was it the bottle that was there?
On windmills, yeah.
Oh, wallet, not bottle.
Wallet,
Sorry.
yeah.
So those three are the possible items for two different hints. Because we figured out it can't be the hook. Which means I'm wondering if Zorro's gonna go behind Darklink here. Song of Time path to either Song of Time can't be path to Phantom Ganon because Zorro can already kill Phantom Ganon. So Song of Time must, if Song of Time is the other hint, it's gotta be Hovers, or it's gotta be Hovers.
Mm-hmm.
Hovers has to be either behind Darklink or the toilet.
Yeah.
Cool. I did a logic.
Yay, logic.
More like Dastar? Not even once. I do like the beat of that Scarecrow song, though.
Yeah, I like that.
It feels like it's about to go into Undertale music.
Yeah, that's...
Right off. Alright, James picking up their strength. Yeah, that's the name of it. I knew the game, I knew exactly the song, I just never remember the title. And here comes magic for James. Again, they're staying very similar on the loadouts.
Right. They kind of been the same routing from both runners. It's just
Different timings, but yeah.
different timings. Vidya just has a slight skull advantage.
I mean, after missing the bonk on the box twice, and then that, I mean, that it's gonna make some time back up for Sora. Excuse me. Couldn't hit my mute fast enough. Alright, there's magic. So, letter, mirror, hovers. Oh no, we don't need mirror. Strength 2 might not be required, right?
Potentially, yeah. I would still need it for GTG if GTG is required.
Sure.
But yeah, more than likely, I would say, yeah.
The possibility exists.
Yes.
Hey, we got the high five. Alright, Zora.
Nicely done.
Alright, so where's Zorro going after here?
Could either go to Forest or maybe GTG.
How would they get into Forest?
Mido skip.
So far it looks like they've been trying to stay in logical.
Yeah, it's true.
So yes, that is a possibility. I think GTG is definitely possible, but I think I'm gonna go with mountain crater type stuff.
Yeah.
DC. You know you can clear DC with that hammer. Well, hammer and the strength. Pick up those bombs. Oh. Can the dragon statue thingy crush Link like that?
I don't think it does. I think he just kind of clips. It's just he's outside of it enough just to clip through it.
Damn, the spiders are bullying Zorro right now. No bully. Alright. Dark Link.
Yeah, he goes down.
Good thing they don't have a lot of hearts then, because that would have taken a bit. All right, let's see if the Song of Time leads here or somewhere else. It ain't. Oh, that's not the one, right? It's back here. Derp.
Ooh. I think we just got the dragon and the crack in the wall left for Water Temple.
Well, all I'm saying is, if it's not here, toilet intensifies.
I think we still need the boss key, or did I miss that?
Huff is correct. That when you get the Song of Time, that puts the windmill bottle in logic. Because when you walk out the back door of the Dompe race, you can do that.
Yep.
Alright, well, that was Water Boss Key. Are we about to see a water snake kill?
I think so.
Good. No, let's never come back here again today.
All right, I think there's still an item left in the bombable crack. That's just after Rudo.
Right.
So...
Although I am going to point out that Zorro does need to pick up 2 rupees.
Yes, they do.
Oh, the quick grab!
Heck yeah.
Well done, Zorro.
Oh,
no! Oh!
Cursed.
I cursed it. I'm so sorry. Zorro, I'm sorry. That feels awful.
That just feels bad. Okay.
Alright, we in there.
Oh yeah, no shield. Can't crouch stab.
Yes, that's very much the reasoning and not me cursing it. Thanks, TJ. I appreciate it. By the way, a little late, but happy 1 hour, everybody. We're an hour into this race, and we've got a ton of stuff already. A good amount in logic, a good amount out of logic, but we're going to be here for a good amount of time with these skulls the way they are, so strap in and enjoy yourself. In the meantime, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our volunteers here, and of course the runners first, because Vidya James and Zorro, awesome people, great runners, and you're watching it right now. They're definitely good at what they do. Give them a follow, check some of their content out. You'll enjoy it. In addition to that, big thanks to our trekkers, Lady Draco, Too Shy Shy, and Huffpuff. Pressing the magic buttons, keeping our note sheet up to date, so it doesn't sound like VGD and I are just completely talking out of our butts, even though, let's be real, I kind of am. And a thank you, of course, to our restreamer, Hell Knight, because without him, we can't even put this on for you. He makes all this happen out of his own time and effort, and love you, Hell Knight. I got nothing else. Anyway, and then of course, what's the command for that? Oh yeah, and I pushed the random bot button today. Sorry, guys. And of course, thank you, VGD, for joining me and coming back for more on this fun Sunday morning.
Yeah, thanks to Star for providing us all the great memes today. Again, thanks to all our volunteers. This restream would not be possible to people like you.
Every time I hear myself or someone else say that line, I just think of PBS. Viewers
Yep,
like you.
viewers like you.
Also, you know what? That does make sense. I push the Randobot button, and Randobot gives me 4 out of 5 meme percent right off the bat.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. So, every time I hear the Yakuza 0 Kuze boss theme, Pledge of Demon, I can never remember the word pledge. Never. Not even once. I always think of pride. And I can never remember pledge, and Lady Draco just shows it out there in chat and just like, oh, that's the word I can never think of. Great. Great song, by the way. That's 22 skulls for James. We're getting there. Now, here's the 10 check from Zorro. Yeah, we still don't know what the Ocarina of Time is yet, Hell Knight. If it's storms, we're hard AD locked. Because we know something has to be in Kakiri Forest Storm's Grotto.
Yep.
Depending on song locations, it's possible it's hard AD if it's one of the forest accesses. It could be Requiem forcing a hard AD as well, if Child's required. There are, oh god, the remaining songs just make there way too many possible options for that. Not a fan. Here's Darkwing number 2. And here's Zora going up the mountain. I was hoping that was coming too. So we're gonna see the trail, we're gonna see DC, we're gonna see the crater. The only thing we're not going to see... Is there anything we're not gonna see here? Everything should be... You should be able to get everything with that hammer.
Yeah. Plus skulls for Zorro.
That's
All on
just a
top
piece.
of DC.
Yep. Up the mountain we go! Alright, well, just don't have much else. Who's winning the tunic color race today? Or who's got the best tunic color? Looks like James is a little bit darker than vanilla.
Yeah, it looks very dark right there. I think Zorro got the best tunic stuff.
I really do like that, salmon color?
Oh, yeah.
I think the fact that James is so close to the vanilla one that it doesn't really help too much. But you got the hammer, so you can still break stuff. And you got that strength so you can pick the bomb flowers. So it's not in logic, but you can still do it. And frankly, DC is one of those things you see done regardless of logic, because it's just so dense, so easily accessible,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc. Colossus' right hand is smoky. Wait, is that the one we already had?
Yeah, we already seen this
Okay.
one.
Well, I mean, okay, so I may have forgotten about that, but what's your point? Oh, going this route. Are we gonna see an Armos statue? Oh no, you got long shot. Never mind.
Yeah, long shot. Yeah. And Scarecrow.
Damn, and I was waiting for the Armos statue push. Are there not any bomb flowers within range to activate the head that way?
No, there's not.
Okay. Alright, James on the way to Morpho while Zorro collects the skull in DC. Skulls, excuse me. Oh, well, that's another reason. Just all the skulls here.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Regardless of being able to finish it, you know it's required. Might as well start it. Just a Nocturne and 2 screen transitions away. Let's grab from James.
Ooh.
Oh, little trouble. Okay.
Okay.
Recover.
Good recovery. Yep. Stick.
And we get to see the actual crouch stabs because someone bought a shield. Yeah, at this point you're hoping for vanilla or French vanilla bomb bag. Or some chews just to be able to finish the thing. You don't want to have to come back, but it's not the worst thing if you do.
No.
But that's definitely not what Zorro wants to see for sure.
Yep,
Oh!
French vanilla bomb bag.
You freaking called it an hour ago. What the hell?
Wow.
What the hell?
I strike again.
Put the spoiler log away, VGD.
Shh! Don't tell anybody.
God dang it. That's impressive. Hey, Kevin the dog, it's like you just said. Bomb bag and cavern, and ta-da! Damn. But also, I'm going to point out that now both runners are a forest temple away from the burning Caxon. Which is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I can't believe that bailout. What the hell?
Yeah. I agree, Kevin the dog. Who cares about logic? Just do the things. Get rewarded.
Logic? Not even once.
Oh,
what the hell?
Wow.
What the hell?
3 for 3?
You've got to be kidding me. Don't do this. Don't you do this game. Don't do this game.
A ring? Wow.
Okay. Child starter kit down here. What the hell? Which means that it has to be Ruto's letter in Kakiri Forest in the grotto.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be, because Rang is here.
Yeah.
So it's either the letter or something leading to the letter somehow. And based on what we've seen, I don't think that can be anything. Unless it's like, no, forget it. I'm not even bothering. Wow. So 2 French vanilla bomb bags, and in the actual bomb bag chest was a boomerang. Right?
Yeah. That's insane.
Zorro is really catching up on skulls. That's 17, and it looks like to 23 on James's side.
Yeah.
That Dodongo's counterplay really paying out. If it's strength 2 in storms, what could that mean? Because it's based on just the dungeons, it's not required.
GTG, like room having Rudel's letter, if that's the case.
No, that can't be it, because we know that it's
Yeah.
totally going to be in sunk
No.
in the toilet.
Yeah.
Hovers in the toilet. Let's go. Oh, that's a burning link. Alright, here comes your overgrown lizards. Oh, I didn't even notice James was now in DC as well. Five. Oh, James is probably going to be just about done with skulls when he's out of here.
Right. So like, what, put him at 32? Kind of right. I don't know. Counting's hard.
But then we'd have to find the second one, Huff. We'd have to find the second scale for that to be logic. And if the scale was the path hint, wouldn't the other scale have to be locked by it? Honor himself has nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, at most Deku seeds. For that slingshot we don't have. Hey,
Okay,
Naguru added her power to Zorro.
Woo! Alright, I'll be right back.
I mean, Huffpuff, if you've listened to me calm before, you know that's literally how I do things. Oh, and now Zorro's buying the shield. Nice. And there's bomb bag 1 for James. And Zorro's heading up to the crater. I really am curious to see what these other hints that we're missing are, especially that Ocarina of Time. It's a bit worrying at this point with the songs that we have and know about. We don't know any of the missing songs. We don't know Ocarina of Time, we don't know Burning Cack, we don't know Ice Cavern, we don't know any of those missing songs.
Okay, and back.
Welcome back. So Zorro's heading into the crater, as I thought, after doing the city, of course. James is right behind him, picking up skulls, clearing out the cavern. Oh, right, 40, not 30. Yeah, exactly, Virgil, and I think that's why you rush the crater. You get that song, figure out what the heck that's about. Get all kinds of information you can get. There's going to be 3 hints there, 2 hints, something like that. And there's a bunch in the city here as well.
Yeah.
And by a bunch, I mean 2.
2. That's still a lot.
There's a very good chance it's irrelevant, but you still have that looming over your...
Oh, sling! Okay.
That's what, logical sphere 1? Because you just need a single projectile to blow something up.
That's basically really low sphere 1.
And, oh, sorry, sphere 2, because I guess the child shooting would be sphere... No, that's sphere 0, right?
Yeah, that's sphere 0.
So you're right, that is sphere 1. Money! The rock does not want to break. There we go.
No. Okay.
Here's a hint.
River Small Cave, ignore that. Thanks, game.
and more health. Good thing Dark Link is already dead. Luckily enough, Huff, we have none of those. I mean, what?
What?
And I can't see a damn thing up there.
I can't either.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a
Okay.
song chain at least. We do like to see song chain.
Yes.
And now it's on the wall. Heart piece.
Nothing.
Meanwhile, James is fighting the overgrown lizard. We're about to see Zorro?
Reset timer.
Oh.
Maybe. No.
Or
not. Okay.
didn't they get a t-shirt? Why are they leaving?
No, they reset in Water Temple when they got the t-shirt to reset this.
Oh, they scummed it away?
Yeah, they scummed it.
When I was thinking that, oh, they don't have the money. I mean, you still had over a minute. They could probably get the other checks as well. Like, at least the fairy fountain.
Yeah.
Unless they wanted to save it as a reason to come back as a child, which doesn't
make any sense.
I don't know. On a Wasteland Foolish still. Hooray. Sorry, Huff, I didn't hear the end of your sentence. You fell asleep. Honestly, I would have finished the crater and then probably song warp to do the song chain.
Yeah, I
Also,
get both fairy fountains. The other hint there.
Mido skip has occurred.
But again, I guess Zoro's still fell slightly behind due to the B1 skip.
Not by far, though. I mean,
But
it's
not
really
far.
just skulls at this point.
Yeah.
It's definitely easily overcome at this point.
Mm.
Especially when they find... No, that doesn't do anything. Never mind.
So nice to have.
It is, but it don't do anything.
No.
It puts one check in logic that we already know is foolish. Yeah, Virgil, we know it's foolish already. It's cool. $20. And there's number 30 for James. So still got 10 more to go before they can stop killing those. Oh, and here's the SFM checks finally for Zorro.
Yeah.
They missed those earlier. Yeah, for sure. And there's Kakiri Force to Morpha, which now Zorro should realize what that means.
Yeah.
Yes, but only if the other hint makes sense. Like that. Yes. What Huff said. There's the forest access. Wait, what?
Okay.
I was gonna say there's forest access, but they're already in forest by out of logic. So Saria's is somewhere else in logic, which means it could be a logical AD if Saria's is on OOT. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Graveyard
boy.
on Graveyard to Bongo on Medigoron. This is a big Monka S seed right now. Because that minuet location definitely is a worry.
I need all the big brain to figure out the logic in this seed.
Frankly, I personally wish Zorro had run out to Requiem just to see what the song was before doing this, but they're the runner, I'm not, so...
Yeah.
Oh boy. We don't know, Rich. We just don't know. I mean, what's logic? Alright, 21 for Zorro. James re-increasing that lead again. So if Ocarina of Time is Saria, it means it's logical AD. Our players aren't going to do it, but it's logical.
Logical, yeah.
If it's Storms, we know it's hard AD because we know that Rudo's letter is in there. If it's Bolero or Serenade, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So we have a 50-50 shot on it being some type of AD.
Yep. The dream's still alive.
You mean Nightmare?
Sure.
But Virgil, we know that Kakiri Forest Storm's Grotto has Rudo's letter. Kakiri Forest is Path of Baronade, and we've checked all of the other Kakiri Forest things. So we know for a fact that Rudo's letter or something leading to it has to be in that Storm's Grotto. So Storm's OOT absolutely means it's hard AD.
I think it's a stick on top of that volcano. I can't tell. It's so dark.
Can I have that in writing? I don't get that told to me very much. Alright, well now we're going to see the rest of the crater checks that Zorro did not do, so this will be interesting. And James should have both of those bomb bags, right? Their seed title, Bofa.
Bofa.
Bofa D's back.
Arkansas.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Song.
Okay, so it's logical AD, meaning we don't give a crap. Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the S song, and I'm like, wait, we already have some song.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
And that's Zorro really should have seen that hint. Oh boy.
And that's payout for our prediction there.
Oh, it is. Did I bet? Let's see if I can pay it out. I did not. Child song. Complete. Yeah. It's still logical, but it's definitely not gonna happen. God. Logical AD for forest access. You hate to see it. Yeah. Well, actually, to be fair, you do kind of love to see it because you don't want to make it happen, and logical AD is best kind of AD. And Trail Foolish at the top of the trail. Oh. Thanks, game.
Appreciate it.
So, that means the only useful stuff with the mountain was in Dodongo's Cavern, or Child Goron City, but which we haven't seen yet. Because Adult Goron City was useless. The trail is foolish. Big Goron is dead. The crater had nothing. Wait, crater had Requiem. Never mind, that might be important. Hey. Sorry, Huff, I didn't hear what you said. Did you fell asleep during your sentence again? Oh my god, Kayla's right. If lights are on Dancing Dad or Skull Kid, hard AD is required.
Wow.
Oh, why would you remind us of that?
No.
Shaking. Fisted Rage. Kalo! Well done. Well, we think hovers are likely to be in the toilet because of that Song of Time graveyard path. Wait, no. What? What was behind Song of Time that's leading to Phantom Ganon? The bottle for the skulls, right?
Yeah, the bottom of the skulls.
So then that means the scale is the path to Bongo? What did the scale lead to? Oh, magic.
Magic.
But we need to find the second scale. Got it. Okay, cool. I'm with you. I'm with you. So it's not toilet.
It's
Okay.
a lot to remember, so I don't blame.
I'll get my head out of the toilet.
Oh no, double forest.
Yep. Well, I did tell you guys to strap in and get ready, but feel free to go take a nap. So far, we haven't seen anything interesting here besides skulls. Yeah, we're still hard required to need hovers, lights, and Rudo's letter. And a fire source, which we already got.
There's the other bomb bag.
Cool. Thanks, game.
Thanks.
So, nothing important in Forest. Oh, James is not doing Forest. They're checking the Requiem song. I was talking about it. I like to see it. We're not getting double Forest.
So is this going to be storms? Storms, please?
Storms on Burning Cack. Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to call it right now. It's or
Ice Cavern.
No, it can't be Ice Cavern because Rudo's letter is in the storm.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
So it has to be Burning Cack. So Zorro's actually going to get that first. I didn't see what was on top of the arch.
I didn't either. I want to say look gold, but I don't think that's correct.
The only gold thing,
Yeah.
like the one frame I saw, made me think of the bracelet, which they both already have, so it can't be that.
Oh.
Are we getting reverse Wasteland? Oh no, skulls. Never mind.
Skulls and fountain?
James is rushing those skulls like a boss. Oh, sorry, Canadian, not Russian. But yeah, that's gonna be the fairy. We'll see if they reverse. Might be worth, honestly. I love when the fairy fountains have that music. Bah, bah, bah.
So creepy.
Right when you're walking to the holy fairy fountain. Oh,
A mirror shield. That's ominous.
I mean, to be fair, it's pretty useful. Oh, hey, you're trying to go up Spirit Temple? Take this.
Yeah.
That is, and here's the double forest as
Double
was
forest.
predicted.
Woohoo! Lights on Twin Rova?
Don't. Why? Why? Why?
Because all dungeons.
No.
It will find a way. All dungeons always finds a way.
Alright. So we know for a fact that unless it's, that even if it's hard AD, we're still not getting a world tour no matter what we do. Because Well is dead. Alright, so yeah, Burning Cack is going to be Song of Storms, which we need for the letter, and Kakiri Forest Storms Grotto, which we need to logically unlock Jabu and Ice Cavern.
I kind of just want them to go to Ganondorf, and Ganondorf was like, "You'll never find my light arrows, which my mother has," just for the meme.
Oh, I thought Mike had them. I hate that meme that I didn't realize it was a thing until someone told me. Mike Hassel. I hate it so much, and yet I can't stop myself. Yep, we're in double forest. Time to do the daily Wordle. What is troll? Troll. You know what? Now I'm actually gonna do that for the memes. Yo, actually had some kind of progress in it. No, I'm just doing it for the meme right now. That's all. Because it's not like there's anything else to pay attention to. Thanks, Tobias. Where's the lie, though? Where is the friggin' lie? You'll enjoy the new logic command then, Tobias. I solved the Wordle and I hate it.
Oh.
I did throw away my first guess to use the troll word, but still got it. I'll take it. Have we gotten to Phantom Ganon yet?
We're so close. Are
we there yet? Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize in advance because I have to do it. Vegeta, are we there yet? Sorry, I'm not Bitsy. I'm not Bitsy. I can't do it that well. Damn, Tobias has double the brain I do. I only had 2. Alright, it's Phantom Ganon time, which means Double Force is almost over. Not just yet, Huff. You got about 30 more seconds or so. Just 5 more minutes, Mom. Whoa.
Wow. Oh, almost got it.
Is that what they call the zero cycle? Oh, and the tennis shot to the face. But yeah, is that what they call the zero cycle?
Yep. That it would have
Okay.
been the zero cycle.
Damn. So Tobias, we have logical AD likely for Saria's song, for forest access. 40 skulls is Din's fire. And then those. 2 Phantom Ganon paths, 2 Kakiri Forest hints, 2 Graveyard hints. It was stuff leading to bottles leading to skulls. Well, Wasteland, and Trail are foolish. And Burning Cack will have Song of Storms, which will unlock the Kakiri Forest Storms Grotto, which has Rudo's Letter. Or something leading to it. So yeah, that's what you missed. Wow, it's almost like the logic told me that would be the case.
Yeah, right.
Man, maybe I should put the spoiler log away this time. I'm not going to, but I should not. And there's third bomb bag for James. Which means Bolero in Ice Cavern? Since Serenade is on the crater? Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure who put it there, but I appreciate the note on the sheet of logic, Omega lol. Alright, here's a 10 and 20 check from Zorro. Oh no, they checked 10 already. So here's the 20. They're not going to be back until they get the 40. Money! It's always nice when you're broke.
Yeah.
So where's Zorro going to go? They're warping 4. Oh,
Get
Storm's
the
Grotto.
Storm's Grotto.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Child?
probably they do Jabu over
Yeah.
ice.
Now then, would you do ice over GTG or GTG over ice?
Boo-doo-doo. We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please hang up and try again. Well, it's me, so I gotta say GTG.
GTG, yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
What's the one Triforce Peace tournament meme? 22 checks versus whatever the hell Ice Caverns has.
Yeah.
That was such a good meme. So let's see if it actually is straight up Rudos or something else leading to Rudos. And there's the other Din hint. Nice.
Sources. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like we knew or something. Thanks, game.
That.
I was gonna wait for it to be like hovers or something because it wanted you to go into like shadow first or something.
Yeah, that would have been gross.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it. Like, this is gonna happen, isn't it? So that means that we got plenty of stuff for Zorro to do before they need to finish farming skulls, and that's... Oh, actually, it's just Jabu. Cool. So they have to do Jabu, find hovers, and get another 15 skulls. That's on their to-do list.
Vanilla hovers, anyone?
Where is that again?
That would be the dead hen in the Shadow Temple. So it's like that second shack in the back.
It's certainly possible. Sorry, Kayla, why are you disappointed? Six? I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm so confused.
I'm lost.
Cool! Smiling and nodding. Moving on. Kakiri Forest Path of Baronade. Wow!
Wow.
Wow.
Choose. I think those are choose on the arch. Now that I think about it.
Oh, you're talking about the Wordle. Okay, gotcha. No, I also got 4 out of 6, but I also burned my first shot using the word troll. But yeah, I also thought it was funny. I'm not going to say that out loud in case anyone else is doing the Wordle. I don't want to spoil. Spoiled doors. Okay. I would never dare. The only spoiler I have is the spoiler log. Alright, so we're gonna have a hunger support fish, not an emotional one. Bert's gotta chug that beer. I mean, potion. Clearly.
Boy.
Nice. Which means we are not going to see him leap skip today from Zorro. He is out the way. Oh, hand deflexing on us, damn. What's up, Hamster? We are inside the whale. It would be a hero of time, Shy. That is what is inside the big gross fish. And an annoying fish girl.
The most annoying.
Alright, I am going to take this moment to step away for a minute. I will be back shortly.
Alright, sounds good. Ah, Vidya James just missing the zero cycle. And a tennis ball to the fist. And down goes Phantom Gannon. Finally, we can all wake up and get out of Force Temple. I think this is going to be Vidya James' last skull. The Shadows is like phenomenal skull routing.
Hello? What did I miss?
Not much. A little bit of nothing in Jabu so far. Vidya James picking up their Din's fire.
I don't know, Hell Knight. I think if someone here claimed to be a marine biologist specializing in Hyrulean deities, I would have to say it sounds a bit fishy. Look, I had to, okay? I had to. Yeah, tough crowd today. Guess everyone's still asleep in Forest Temple.
Yep. It's quite the nap player.
There's James with the letter. I think at this point it's actually a little bit difficult to say who's got the advantage. James does have those 10 skulls and Dins already. But at the same time, 10 skulls isn't much for runners at this level.
Right.
fast enough. Yeah, I definitely think that James still has the slight edge, but it's not much of one at this point.
Yeah.
Because
It's
that's,
closing.
what, half a Jabu ahead?
Yep.
Jabu ain't exactly short.
Mm-mm.
There is nothing that is very clearly defining one of them over the other right now.
Oh yeah. Rando's still coming rando. I mean, don't know where hovers are at.
And
I think
the second time?
still need to watch another scale to get magic.
Oh yeah, for sure. We do need one more scale, unless we're just wrong on what that path is, but also because we missed it. Moip. Now, if James does the fountain before Jabu, that would give Zorro the entirety of Jabu ahead.
Mhm.
Nope. All right, time to kill a tumor.
Gross.
Tumors suck.
Yeah, they do.
Heckin' Barry.
Barry and Aid.
I'm also really sad that we had 4 out of the 5 meme percents at like the hour mark, and we still haven't found the Stone of
Right.
Agony.
There goes down the tumor.
It's not the tumor anymore. Baronade is now benign.
Okay, where do we go from here? I want the toilet.
Zorro does GTG and Skull, I think.
Yeah.
Skull's over GTG, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you can get to Din's, that gives you almost the... Oh, no. Honestly, maybe GTG over Skull, because I guess until they have the hovers, they don't really feel the need to push that 40.
Yeah.
Because they're 9 away. That's not far. 8 away now.
Yeah.
So they might just be waiting until they get those hovers. So where is Zorro going? I guess skull farming? Chalgoron City?
Yeah, looks like Chalgor.
Sorry, it came to me like in a flash of inspiration. Like, Chalgoron City?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I might actually know something. No, that can't be right. Zorro picking up those bugs to help farm skulls. In addition to that, at the end of Jabu, they did the crateless, where you can just roll from the switch into the room instead of using the crate. Which I find that nobody seems to get on the first try.
Right.
But even so, they still got it pretty quickly, so that might have made up some time depending on how James does it. Yo, an upgrade.
Woohoo!
And you are correct, Virgil. Due to that mirror shield out at the Colossus Ferry, if they do have to do Spirit, he is in that better position. Happy-ish 2 hours, everybody.
Oh yeah, happy 2 hours.
Alright, so we are floaties and glowies away from being in go mode. We know the locations of neither of those. So at this point, we're just finishing up what we know, right?
Right. That is correct.
Don't do that, Virgil.
No.
Stab. Zorro's getting closer.
Getting there.
Oh, and we also have Lax unlocked that we can see that we haven't yet.
Oh yeah.
We always forget Lax. And I don't think we've ever seen, like, Valley Ledge, have we?
No, I don't think we have. Oh.
Vanilla lights are certainly possible. It's very rare that we see that light medallion actually is the last one they need.
Right.
And even funnier that it's in the Shadow Temple. That's some Kingdom Hearts type bullshit right there.
Right.
The shadow gives you light. Ah!
Just imagine Hovers has been in Valley this whole time.
Oh my god. Oh, the double from James. Well done. That was really cool.
That was impressive.
And James is also going for the boxless. Oh, might not have been on purpose. He did just shield flick.
Oh,
I think that might have been accidental.
Yeah.
Okay.
They get it in the end, though.
Not punished. Not punished. And speaking of not punished... Sorry, go ahead.
Danger dots. Yep, just danger dots on Glax.
Sorry, danger what?
Danger darts. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Well...
I just can't word today.
Don't do the Wordle then. Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to take this moment and go ahead and shout out our runners again, because they're putting on a good show for us. Definitely not missing out on anything. They're definitely making stuff work. We're seeing some great play from them. Give them a follow at their links in chat if you you want to. Definitely have some Brain Zooter content for you. In addition, gonna go ahead and thank once again our amazing trackers for lighting stuff up and keeping us on target with notes. And basically making it so that we have a topic to talk to you about. And of course, thank you to Hell Knight for restreaming this. As we've said before, can't do it without him. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet this time. And if I can remember the commands correctly, VGD, thank you for joining me on this, because this would suck to do alone.
Yeah, thank you, Dastar, for co-commentating with me. You're bringing us all the great memes, though it may lead to him getting in trouble a couple times.
I mean, you're not wrong. But also, Hell Knight, we know about... Yeah, Huff stole my joke. They are somewhere in Hyrule. I mean, it's a bit open. I mean, if you know what to... Okay, it's not on... Big pose. Oh, yeah, well, that's right. And remember, treasure chest games and logic.
The Hell Knight
Alright.
bringing good prediction there. Who finds hovers first?
I can put it up if he doesn't want to. Let's see. Who finds... I mean, it's better than anything I got, dude. Five minutes in, let's go. And yeah, it's the GTG play. Did Zoro check Hammer Rocks? I was looked away. Oh no, we just got to Valley. I thought they were turning at the other exit. Sorry. My bad. So the scale to Bongo Bongo Hell Knight was for the various bottles and things to collect skulls. Which led to, I think, what was it? Well, leads to Dins.
Yeah, at least it is.
Collecting skulls to Dins. Or the scale for magic, which is on Lab Dive.
And there's hovers on Amarocks.
Who called that? Someone called it.
I did. No, I didn't. Just kidding.
Oh, shoot. I gotta stop the... Oh, good. Someone got... That was fast.
That was really quick.
It was Kalo. Kalo called it.
Alright, we're just in glow mode now.
Yep. So now Zoro's just gonna kill skulls and get Dins and then do whatever they can. They just need to get to Ganon to find out where those lollipops are.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we're probably not going to see GTG at all.
No. That's sad. I don't know, let's say hints it.
Is it? I don't think it's that sad, honestly. It doesn't make me feel as bad that we're not seeing Toilet.
Yeah.
Sir Nyquil of Sealand! I just wanted to do that once, I'm sorry. Welcome back, Nyquil. 15 whole months. Damn. That's like a lot. Not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Alright, so that is going to be James, I guess, heading out to GTG, probably?
I'd imagine.
And that's 40 for Zorro in CAC. Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
That actually gives That actually puts Zorro slightly ahead. Because she can just walk straight in. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just straight go right in. We're good. We're in glow mode. And James needs to do hammer rocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a flip of the lead right there. Vidya find hovers before Zorro finishes is the new prediction. All right, everybody. Will Vidya James find their hover boots before Zorro finishes Shadow? You have exactly an amount of time that I haven't looked up yet. 3 minutes 43 seconds.
Oh, is this an ice cavern play?
If it is, that's going to be bad for James. Unless they're just going... No, that doesn't help. Why would they do that? Yo, we're getting a rush ice. Oh, I really liked Hell Knight's command of blame being, oh no, wrong command. Looks like that's gone, which is honestly probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna throw some little amount of points on finding the hovers just because the odds are too good.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that's what was going to be there.
Oh.
I was just realizing, wait, we haven't seen Strength 2 or had an emote spam yet.
No.
Well, look what happens to be there.
All right, get your silver gauntlets in chat.
Title drop, drink. Yep, that's bait.
That is huge bait.
Yep. I do like the little dark purple color of them right now on James's screen.
Yeah, that is a very nice color.
The red and green contrast for the tunic and shield. No, NyQuil, we're gonna have to ask the man himself where those are.
Unless they're here in shadow, but yeah, I don't.
Huff, you didn't have to fall asleep in the middle of your sentence that time. We're not in forest.
No, I think the ladder's got to be on Zebus somewhere.
Yeah, could also be an ice here, that's true. Or in GTG, technically. Yo, another upgrade. Yo, I just want to see Stone of Agony. Let's complete the meme percent. Oh man, if lights are strength 3 lock, that actually puts James in a... That's the only way James has a chance still, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they're just hoping that it's strength 3 locked, because I don't think Zorro's going to go to ice for a bit.
I agree.
Yo, free shield.
Free shield. Heck yeah.
This is far from over. There is definitely several scenarios where this turns on its head again.
Mhm.
But we'll just,
Oh, there's your
there
main
it is!
percent. Woohoo!
Woo! Got there. Party in the USA here, folks. I finally lived up to my title of Chief Meme Officer.
Yes. Yes, you did.
You know what would be even worse for James?
What's that?
If Ice has the golden gauntlets and he follows that and doesn't find the light arrows behind string 3.
Ooh, yeah, that would be rough.
Oh, I mean, he could only do OGC Fairy at this point. Wait, wasn't that?
I think that was hinted to
Hyrule.
ice.
That was Hyrule.
Oh,
No, that was Seed Bleed. Never mind. It was completely Seed Bleed.
Okay.
Yo, third bow.
Woohoo!
But where's that other scale?
I'm gonna guess Valley.
No, NyQuil. Nothing. Sorry, what'd you say about Valley?
Oh, Valley for the other scale.
Oh, you mean like the waterfall?
Yeah.
Or the ledge?
Yep.
Something seems off about the graveyard scale thing. Path. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but it just seems off. But the only other options are Composer's Grave Long Shot, or... But it can't be that. What's letter spot? Oh, you mean because of where it is, not because of the actual, like, lake letter spot vanilla. Right, but then the other scale should be findable somewhere, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it has to be findable somewhere.
And it's got to be locked by the other one. What possible checks are there where gold scale could be locked by the other one? Help me out here. Like, where could that gold scale be? Because we're out of logic until we find it.
Yeah, that's gotta be, like, I can think Valley is really, I think, it.
But it can't be Valley, because it would have to be scale locked. Yes, the gold scale must be locked by the other one for it to be path hinted, right? Right. But in order for a scale to be a path hint, it means that that scale must lock another scale. Correct? Irons were in the Dompe or on Dompe digging. Going child?
No, I think heading to GTG Valley.
There isn't much, that's the problem, Kalo. But the problem is that the lab dive isn't in logic with irons, only the both scales. Right?
That's correct.
Or am I getting that confused with Tektite?
Tektite you can get with irons, but the lab
Okay.
dive, it's logically required to have both scales and the irons.
Cool, so I'm not losing my mind. Awesome.
Nope.
Didn't James already do Big Pose?
No, it's only Zorro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm really. Oh, apparently we did see the Valley crate. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. My bad. Helps if I'm looking at the right page. It's been a day already, guys. Where could that damn scale be? I guess it would... What's locked behind a single scale right now?
Like King Zora. Well, anything in Zora's Fountain.
Wait, hear me out, hear me out. I think I might have it.
Okay.
So, we're looking for something that is scale locked, but not magic locked, correct?
Correct.
So, the scale on Dompe digging gets you into the river as a child, which is how you get... Shoot, I just had it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Which gets you in... sorry, not river as a child. Can the scale somehow lock access to Goron City? Alright, we're paying it out.
Yay.
I bet on it, so if there's another mod around. Yo, that's a big payout. NyQuil making bucks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just rude, NyQuil. But true. Also, you can just look in the chat at the top right, and you can see this. Or it could be Tobias.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. James has got the hovers, so if you wouldn't mind, please, paying that out. And also, James's tracker, you actually have something to press now.
Woohoo.
Just in time to be behind by basically all of Shadow. How my 700 point bet became almost 8,000.
Wow.
We're still out of logic, Jaster. That magic was in Lab Dive, and we only have one scale. So I was thinking that somehow the Link the Goron slingshot was the first logical slingshot,
Yeah, agreed.
which would mean that somehow that scale blocks access to, I don't know, getting into the Deku tree or something for that first hookshot on Goma, so that you could get to, I don't know. I'm
It's so
trying.
hard to figure it out.
I
Yeah,
have no idea what's going on here. I'll be real.
I give up.
Yep. I quit. I tried. Tobias, do you know the logic here? Because we sure don't. Yes, if an item is the path hint, it must lock all the other ones of its type. Yes, because you will definitely require the item to do something. Therefore, it is hard required that one block the other. No? Right, Tobias. But I'm saying, does the other one need to be scale locked? Okay, it does not need to be scale locked. Okay, I am wrong. I apologize. I have been misleading you all as usual. I try. Yeah. We were trying to figure out where this gold scale was, because we logically need it. And I was thinking that the silver one had to lock the other one, but I was wrong.
Okay.
Oh god, Shy, why would you... Ah! Chickens!
Oh.
I mean, we didn't get a Kakariko path this time, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
And with well-hinted dead, it's likely that we're... Other than Child Spirit, we're probably not going to see Child Link anymore. Bomb strat on Knuckles.
Yeah.
Let's go! I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, they're getting faster. Their armor fell off.
Oh, one goes down. Okay.
Ah. Mistargeted on that jump slash there, almost ate another axe.
And mean percent for Vidya James.
Mean percent. Sora, that's a wall. You need to go around the wall. And still no Ferore's Wind either.
All right. Glowing intensifies. Where are these light arrows?
I did not hit my mute button in time. I apologize. Fire Temple!
Oh no!
Stone Fire! Let's go. I mean, it's over. They don't have to hunt for any items. They just have to go through fire.
Right.
Yeah. Unless something crazy happens, it's done. Stone Fire found a way.
always finds a way.
Yeah, it's Zorro's race to lose at this point. Oh, Zorro doesn't have Bolero.
No.
I mean, that's not going to be enough to make a difference, but it is interesting. How can Lights be Strength 2 locked in Fire Temple? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Got it. You were saying that was the remaining question.
Yeah.
I hear ya. There's a couple other weird edge cases, but that's really it.
That being said, I'll be right back.
Yeah. What, too fast of a seed for you? Didn't get another 4-hour seed this time? Nah, he walked away. Damn. Yeah, honestly, it's just a 40 skull seed. It wasn't that terrible. Not really much in the way of trolls. Yeah. Not wrong. You had your menu open, Zorro. Why didn't you put the t-shirt on? Just, yeah. So, it is technically possible that it could be on Volvagia, right?
Okay, back.
Alright, Zorro is into the first room in fire. It is technically possible for Volvagia themselves to have this, these lights.
I'd rather that than have to go to deep fire, but...
I mean, depends on where the boss key is. If the boss key's deep and Volvagia has it, I mean...
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if the key was here early.
Mm-hmm, sure. But yeah, it's as Virgil was saying, other than 40 skulls, there wasn't anything really truly about this seed. Sure, there was a casino for the hovers, but Hammer Rocks isn't deep into any out-of-the-way locations.
Unless you want to say logically, all dungeons for Saria to get to...
That's true. The logic did say we did have to do that. Good point. But even then...
But it's like, okay, that's like, who cares logic?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not in the first room loop.
And not rescuing the Goron.
Why would you?
No. I mean,
It's not like
Light
they
Arrow's
asked you to
not
do it or
there.
anything. Hashtag leave the Gorons to rot.
Yep.
Good boat music.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Vidya James getting Ice G.
Huh.
Showing off a little bit.
Why not?
That's a little wave going on with their sword.
I mean, it's stream value at that point.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
for the
James.
fans. Yep, thank you.
Alpha, this ship is sinking. Oh. No boss key there. Keep going, Zorro. Yeah. Oh yeah, ISG normally is yes, Tobias, that's their file name. But yes, if he had actually used the ISG to hit something, there would have been a problem, but that is not an allowable trick. But if you're in an auto scroller and you just gotta show it off, why the hell not, you know?
Yeah.
There we go! Wait, that's not what we're looking for. This isn't a medallion.
Nope.
Can you tell that my brain's already left this seed?
Yeah.
The joke it was never here. That was a thing. Well, we go in deep into fire.
Deep. Like the boss key is going to be on the hammer
already-
chest, and then you're going to have to beat Pavagia to get
We already
lights.
have the boss key.
Do we?
Yeah, that was in I think the check before this recent one.
Ah, I missed it. Dang
Yep.
it.
So yeah, we have boss key, and that's why I popped off. Then I realized, wait, it's a stone. We're not here just for the kill.
Yeah, I was looking at Vidya James' side when he picked up.
Oh, was I looking at?
I think yeah. You were looking at James' side. You got boss key for.
Oh,
Shadow.
I must be seed bleeding between the two again. Damn, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so Marjorie's still alive. Boss key on hammer chest. Go kill Vavagia.
Okay. So be it. What do we? What, Tobias? Does that mean we have to go find Quarry and get into their comms musical interlude? I mean, I don't think it would really matter if we were bow locked. We've got all three bows.
Yeah.
All right, James is gonna climb the tower, get the fire hint, and be a few minutes behind Zorro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that speed song. Every time I see somebody do like the forward roll movement for Link, I just think to myself, of my own musical interlude in my head of City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2.
Ah, okay.
You know, rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah.
I'm not singing. I'm not bringing this DMCA crap onto Hell Knight.
No.
But now it's all in your heads too, and that's what matters.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yo, pixel shot? Oh no, just normal scarecrow.
Nice Ganon's Castle music. A Vidya James side.
Or lack thereof.
You can faintly hear it. It's Goron City.
Oh, yeah, I definitely could not hear it. Let's see exactly how deep we're going.
Oh, we're going to the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that why Bongo Bongo's in the Shadow Temple, Kalo? Ganon didn't need another bongo player in the band, so he banished him out there? Ooh!
Ooh.
Skull to the face. Firewall to the butt. Alright, and here's Vidya James getting very upset.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we got there.
Okay.
At least he has Bolero. Bass koi. Oh, boss key. I'm like, what? What is a bass koi? But yeah, no. To buy, you absolutely have to check them all because we're still missing lights.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not be Volvagia.
Bavagia, this or Hammer Chest.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy!
Okay.
Oh boy! I hate everything. And I'm sure Zorro and James will too shortly.
Yeah.
Oh. We're down to that ugly 50-50 again. Second Flare Dancer. Yo, double Flare Dancers.
Yeah, double.
Different Flare Dancers, but still. I still only have like 3 of the Sometimes hints. Still missing a couple. Oh! The camera made me nervous on that. On Zorro's side. What is light arrows, Tobias? Oh no, we freed a Goron. Crap.
Oh no.
Alright, here we go. What's it gonna be? What flavor of salt do we have today?
Survey says it
Dragon
is
salt.
dragon. Oh.
Ugh. It's the dragon. I really hate how like a couple of us even called it when we first saw fire.
Yeah.
In fact, first one in chat was Huffpuff.
Ooh.
Just gonna go ahead and get again, Zorro. You have the damn tunic. No,
No,
he's
he
coming.
doesn't.
Right, we already covered that.
Oh,
I
true.
remembered. I got there. Ay. Just healing, not catching one?
Still resets the timer. I think a minute 20 is still plenty.
Okay. Oh yeah, fair. Okay, well that makes me more mad than I should. Just do logical AD, forehead.
Just do it.
Just do the thing and get rewarded, obviously. We've already covered that. Yeah, obviously. If you just go to where all the progression is, you don't have to waste any time.
Down goes the dragon.
07 to the snake friend. Alright, and that's going to be... as soon as they loot it. Show me the popsicle. Or sorry, lollipop, not popsicle.
Okay, now we're in go mode.
2 hours, 46 minutes, 48 seconds. We are in go. Boron Gourmand. Perfect. I think its weakness is death. Because did you know? Or sorry, it's dying, not death. Because dying is the leading cause of death. 100%.
Facts.
People die when they are killed.
Usually, that's how that works. Usually.
That's a quote from something. I don't even remember where it's from. And water indeed wet. Is it? I feel like I've seen it in like a live action thing. Like, as like a spoof. Whatever. Like, yeah, I'm thinking like Kung Fu Hustle type bullshit. Shaolin soccer. Oh, James avoids the skull to the face.
Okay, 2 hours, 49 minutes, 25 seconds. Here's Ganondorf.
And yeah, Google tells me I'm wrong and it actually was Fate Stay Night. Oh well. Even Google's against me, damn. Oh, missing the one cycle. But Zorro gives no hex.
Nope.
Not even once. Alright. Wizard down, it's pig time. Really, I think it's really good that we're going to see sub 3 here.
That is good.
Yo, I think James messed up his own scarecrow there at first.
Yeah.
Songs are hard. Oh, the shield flicks. Oh, he mad. Oh, he mad.
He mad.
Phase 1 Ganon, complete. As some of us like to say, picking up the butcher knife. Let's go slice some bacon.
Num num.
Miss the slice. Ow.
Ooh.
I swear, Kayla, if you just jinxed it.
14 times. Oh no.
Oh no!
No.
Come on, Zorro, come on! There you go.
Don't choke. You got it.
I think they're nervous.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, Zelda, cook it. And now, with the sword flashes, 3 times, get your GG's in the chat, because Zorro is drawing a Z with that sword right about now. 2, 52, 54.
GG.
1, 2, 3. And James forfeits out. James regrets Ice Cavern, unfortunately.
Yeah. Basically, that's where it came down to.
Yeah. Zorro will join us. All right. Yeah, they're just give them a minute. They probably just had almost 3 hours of race. They probably want to take a minute.
Give him a chance to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, stretch a little bit.
All right. Oh, can they not see that? Just trying to find them so I can pull them into a channel. Where are they? Oh,
GG's, Vidya James. How's it going?
oh, there's James. James, can you hear us? Uh,
Dude,
maybe. Oh, there they are.
fucking ice cavern. Worthless.
Yeah,
Bait.
Worthless.
yeah. Well, as soon as we saw that strength 2 on the ice, we're like, oh, it was a bad idea to come up this way. Oh man.
Well, I mean, I was just chasing anything that was long shot locked,
Yeah.
and that certainly was. So, yeah, the strength didn't mean anything. It was like, oh, that's strength 3. Cool, I guess.
3.
Um, well, yeah, because logically it was all dungeons. You had to beat Spirit to get to Forest, which would get you Storms, and then you get Rudos off of
Oh,
Storms. So
yeah.
that was logically strength 3.
Yeah, I didn't get that far. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time, like, I knew exactly where Rudos was, and I had a pretty good idea of where hovers were. They had to be long shot locked, but unfortunately, the long shot locked spot that I went to was Ice Cavern before actually getting hovers, so that decision ended up obviously with if I didn't do Ice Cavern, then I would have finished much faster, so that's really what sealed it was the choice to go to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, and honestly, what ended up happening? Oh, Zorro brought their stream in to join us. Welcome in, everybody. Uh, hopefully, Zorro will come in and join us in the next couple seconds here, and we'll be able to talk to them about the seat. Oh, there they are. In fact, here they are. Hi, Zorro. Uh, there you are, Zorro.
I don't hear you, I think.
Oh, there we go. I hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Awesome. Well, welcome in. Congratulations. So we were just hearing from Vidya James that Ice Cavern was his downfall, unfortunately.
Yep.
Uh, what 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 do you guys both obviously? I mean, for James, that's Ice Cavern, but for you, Zora, what was the probably your biggest regret in that seed?
I think it was really the B1 skip. I don't know why. I did one awful B1 skip, and I lost like 2 minutes on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't really know. I think yeah, it was GTG or ice. The choice was there, and I chose GTG, and that was lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, what do you guys? What was your best part about that seed for either of you? Because I know, James, for me, I enjoyed really much, James, your skull routing. You just kicked it. You just completely kicked its ass. You just like skull, 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 done.
Yeah,
Uh,
I probably so in the end, I probably could have done a little bit better, in my opinion, to be honest, because I had all of Jabu available without Dins, and that's 4 skulls very fast right there, and that's progression. So I probably could have saved some time there. But other than that, like I usually do pretty well on skull routing, and usually what I mean by that is I'm very aggressive when skulls are required. So I just kind of rush that. So again, it could have been more efficient, but I felt like I got Dins at a pretty good time.
you did. You definitely did.
Did you choose Ice Cavern because of the skull, or you already
No,
had it?
by the time I was going to Ice Cavern, I was already done skulls. The reason I chose
Okay.
Ice Cavern was strictly because I was thinking about what was long shot locked, and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if like Apona's was counted for that. So I'm like, I don't know about going to GTG, but I guess I
Oh
was
yeah.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah, like long shot locked Apona's song, and I'm like, what does that make GTG? Is that still like cool or like what? Is that long shot locked? And I guess it
Yeah.
is.
GTG was long shot lock
Mhm.
actually.
So if I were to go for like strict density, then I probably would have gone GTG first. But as it stand, like I thought, like okay, Apona's is locked by long shot, so the only two things really are horseback archery. That's it. But
Pona's
Okay.
was the prelude check, right?
yeah, this is locked by long shot.
Yeah.
Right, because Morpha got it.
So
Yeah.
the path hints really just kind of told you everything. Like it tells you exactly where Rudo's is, and it makes it so finding hovers is less of a guessing game. And also Graveyard was insane.
For me, it was really a casino for the others because we had a scale in Graveyard, and the
Yeah,
scale was required for magic.
I was thinking about this. I never found the other scale, by the way. I don't know if you did, but
No, no,
uh,
no.
yeah. So I think I honestly I'm starting to underrate Forest Temple just for how much you can shut your brain off about doing the temple and just think about the path hints for a little bit. And I spent all of Forest Temple mulling over this. What I came up with was you had so obviously Lake Hylia Path to Phantom Ganon is just the strength. That's like whatever. Graveyard Path to Phantom Ganon, I was like, okay, maybe it's the hook shot, but then when I got Slingshot on Link the Goron, I was like, oh, wait, that's long shot. So I think that was like the big one that was like made me go and then Graveyard Path to Bongo was just like, whoa, that's
Yeah, I think there's probably like mirror shield or something like that in GTG.
no, Mirror was
Because
on
oh no, you had mirror.
yeah, it was on Colossus Fairy.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because
Yeah.
it was an AD for Saya Song.
It was AD, yeah. It was logical AD. So
So
there
I
was a strength sitting on Iceberg in Fountain,
okay.
and that was logically strength 3. So I never found strength 2.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
When I went to Gandalf to have the hint, I was like, not spirit,
Please, not
please.
It's like anything, yeah. I was just hoping it wasn't strength 3 locked, but just had to be at the top of fire.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. I did have another question here. Now, you said you were mentioning the Graveyard Path to Phantom Ganon hint. You said it was the hook shot.
It's not the hook shot. I was saying
Yeah, it's
you could
Song of
think
Time,
that,
right?
but the Song of Time, which that's not what I came up with. No, I thought it was just the scale gets you magic, which
Yeah.
is for Spirit Key logic. Is just what I came up with, probably.
Oh, so the scale can be part of the other, both Graveyard to Random to.
No,
No,
it can't be the scale for both. That's the problem. So
yeah. So that's why Graveyard
that's
Path
why
Bongo.
I think there is like maybe strength 2 in GTG that unlock the AD
Well, isn't
or something like that.
aren't hovers long shot locked?
Yes,
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's the long shot in Graveyard to get hovers.
I see.
For Bongo?
For Bongo,
Yeah,
so it's the
Graveyard
scale
Path
for
to
Yeah.
Phantom
Bongo.
Ganon. It's the scale for
Yeah,
Phantom
okay.
Ganon and the long shot for Bongo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it is. Got it. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah. So again,
we were trying to figure that out while watching you guys, and we just confused ourselves over and over and over and over and over and over again trying to figure it out.
yeah,
Oh, it was
just
a
a
pretty fun seed with the
yeah,
int, I think.
very easy to figure out for sure. Just again, I made a small error in how my understanding of pathents, and yeah, that decision kind of sealed it. So
Yeah, it wasn't that easy. When you have double int, that's not really easy, I think, because
yeah,
it could have been just the scale for the magic for Bongo and something else to unlock Saya and the AD. It could have been that. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely not easy when you've got so many things doubled up. Like you've got the double graveyard hints, the double Kakiri Forest hints, the double Phantom Ganon hints. It means that it's just
dude, the
I don't know.
Kakiri Path to Baronade hint was based as fuck though, because it told
Yeah.
you exactly where Rudo's was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially with that well foolish hint.
Dude, Well Foolish was so good.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I was watching the EU Weekly. I won't spoil anything other than somebody was in Well, and Yoshi was talking about how good Well was. And I have this meme in my chat where I just type, hold on, I'll type it in your chat. My joke is that Storms is useless in glitch settings, so I just type that. Oh, you don't have a Megalo and Silver Gauntlets? Come on, Hell Knight.
We don't have any of the like BTTV,
No.
7TV stuff over here.
Well, my joke doesn't work. But the point is, I wanted to make that joke this morning. And I'm like, no, because if I do that, I'm gonna get owned by the well in my league race. And then when I saw that well foolish, I'm like, oh, whoo! Imagine the karma if I typed that.
Well, it just means it's not well. It's gonna own you, unfortunately,
Yeah.
and that's how it went. And that's
Listen, I got a rep. We got my boy Sponge. Zora's French, so assuming she's pulling for Cariosa today. But
that's right.
Sponge's philosophy is why not rush ice? So I did it. I got fucking owned for it. So fuck Sponge. Go Cariosa instead.
What time is that, by the way? That race?
In an hour.
All right. Well, in about 1 hour, guys, on I believe ZSR, we will see.
If that's not on ZSR1, I don't know what Trez is doing.
The grand finals of the top 64 bracket, Cariosa and Sponge. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. What about you guys in your league? Do you guys have more races coming up?
I have to schedule them. I have 2 races left. I think. Yeah.
I have one on Thursday evening with Words, and then I
Yeah.
just need to do one more with Zorro, and then I'm done. Which, by the way, I hope you're available next weekend, because after that, my wife is coming to Canada, so I'll have like 0 free time. So let's try to do that next weekend.
We'll find something.
Yeah.
I think.
Just schedule live. Here we go. Let's go. It's fine.
Right now, run back, salty run back. No.
Right there you go. All right. Any other comments about this evening, guys?
Fuck ice. That's it. No, this is fun. Love a good
Yeah, it
skills.
is fun. And thanks for the restream.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm going to go ahead and shout you guys out one last time. Twitch.tv/Vidya, Twitch.tv/Zorro275. Great runners, great race. Great content. Give these guys a follow. Check in on their content from time to time. Guys, it was wonderful having you here on the restream. Hopefully we'll be able to have you back at some point. And let me go ahead and shout out our volunteers real quick. Okay, Lady Draco, Too Shy, and Huff Puff, marking all the bright lights on the screen and keeping our notes filled so we know where everything was, and still not being able to follow the logic after that. Another shout out as well to Mr. VGD, co-commenting with me and keeping us company on this long and sub 3 hour journey. And of course to Hell Knight, because without him we just cannot do these. Because my computer sucks and caused some cursed things last time I restreamed. But yes, no. Thank you, Hell Knight. Appreciate you doing all this for us. And VGD, any final words here?
Yeah, thanks to everybody volunteering, helping out. Co-commentator, Dastar, awesome co-commentator, bringing on all the memes for us this race. And then, of course, yeah, thanks, runners, for putting on a great show for us. GG's.